Uh, so classic mode or practice. Okay, let's go. So let me know the answer. Arjuna came to Kurukshetra with an intention to fight. True or false?
False.
False.
Okay. Actually, he came to fight, but after coming there, he was not ready to fight. Okay, so it was true only. Came to Kurukshetra with an intention to fight. Yeah, but after assembling in Kurukshetra, his mind got changed. Okay, when he sees the sons and relatives of like okay all their family members, then his mind got changed. Okay, but he came to Kurukshetra with an intention to fight only. Otherwise, he would not have come to Kurukshetra at all. Correct? He would have denied. Okay, I am not in. I don't have any intention to fight. Let me not come to Kurukshetra at all. But he came to Kurukshetra with an intention to fight. Okay, this quiz like okay will help us to remember what is the real information of like a Bhagavad Gita. Acronym for Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 as presented in the course is Gita. Is it correct or no? We saw the
Sorry, can you
correct.
repeat that? Can you
Huh?
repeat the question? Can you please repeat the question?
Are you able to see the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
very small.
acronym
Yeah,
acronym
okay.
for Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 as presented in the course is Gita. We
True,
saw the
Prabhu.
acronym like easy to remember all the chapters, correct? True? Okay, fine. Dia saying here is true. Anyone saying false?
Yes, Prabhu, I
Acronym
said
for false, I think. It is false.
Okay.
Because it is, I think it is called, it's Forbes, right? It's not Gita.
No, no, no. Forbes is like
Uh,
the six
the features
characteristics, six
of
opulence
Krishna.
of Krishna. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But the
Mm,
acronym for Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 is Gita only.
True.
Yeah.
okay.
Incorrect, Tata.
Yeah, you correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the next, last of the predicaments expressed by Arjuna for deciding not to fight is indecision. We know Arjuna says like around six reasons, five reasons not to fight, correct? In that last decision is indecision because he is unable to take any decision. He don't want to fight, correct? True or false?
true, Prabhu.
Yeah, very good. So I will share these links. Okay, I'm just giving the glimpse of like, okay, what is this? So I will share for each chapter. Please take out time to go through. And if you have any queries or like any feedback, please share it. You can try as much as possible. So these quizzes like will help us to remember all these things like in a better manner. Okay, that which checks the future of spiritual happiness of the people in general is it called social work or true education or non-violence or none of the above?
True adoption.
Huh?
Blue one.
In that which
Checks the future spiritual happiness
I think yellow
of the
one.
people in general. It's called non-violence, correct? Because we don't want to promote any that non-violence is nothing but ahimsa. That is what spiritual
Mm.
happiness.
Not away this.
Instruction of Krishna is based which yoga system? This we have seen multiple times. Fight, do not run away. Is it Jnana
Karma
Yoga
Yoga.
or Huh?
Karma
Karma
Yoga.
Yoga.
Very good, very good. Haribol. I'm so happy.
Even I read some correct.
But it is having Jnana Yoga also, Buddhi Yoga also. Why? Because the Buddhi Yoga also teaches do your duty, correct?
Mm.
Jnana Yoga also teaches do your duty. So that is the reason like it is not only Karma Yoga, but Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Buddhi Yoga. In the acronym of Bhagavad Gita for chapter 2 is Gita. What does G stands for?
God. God.
It is
God.
not God. Huh?
Guru.
Yes, Guru,
Guru.
correct. Yeah.
God.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is that your
Most
child?
important. What, Maji?
Is that your child?
Yeah, yeah. Dia, who's, I will just switch on my camera.
Ah, okay. Most important thing is
Yeah, Dia, you come here. Yeah, she's there.
Hi. Very nice. You have a lot of knowledge.
She knows a couple of sloka also. Yeah.
Mm.
So most
Okay.
important thing Arjuna does to enable to get the instruction from Krishna is
Fourth option,
Surrender and
Surrender.
acceptation.
very good. Hari Hari. Definition of miser according to Bhagavad Gita. Because that Karpanya doso, that sloka Karpanya doso means like it is a miser. What does it mean, miser?
Who does not utilize most valuable.
Okay, then
Has affection to family life.
yeah, correct. Yeah. Let's see. That is correct. Okay. Then miser is not about our the material miserness where you have the money not spending, but it is nothing but you have the most important human asset. Like if you are not spending for the spiritual progress and has over affection to the family life, because that will make us condition in this life. Correct. Composition
Yeah,
of
bro.
soul is Satchit Ananda. Is it correct? This we have seen it in
True.
the
Yes.
foundational
Yeah,
slide.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
True.
Yeah. What Sat means?
Um,
Oh,
Eternal.
eternal.
pure or Sat
Eternal,
Chit is
eternal.
eternal. Yeah,
Sat means eternal.
and
Chit means
Chit
knowledge.
is
Ananda means bliss.
bliss.
Yeah. Then all individuals exist eternally, including us. True or
True.
false?
True.
True.
Very good. Okay. One of the eligibilities to get liberation is by tolerating happiness and distress. Is it correct?
Yes.
What does this
In the
mean? Like
same spirit.
one who
In
is
the same spirit. In the same spirit. Like who is undisturbed by happiness or by distress is the liberated soul.
yeah, how they can be called as like okay, there is one name.
Sthita Pragnata.
Very good. Sita Prajna, which comes in the second chapter. Hari Hari, very nice. That which pervades the body.
Soul.
Very good, very good. There is birth and growth for the soul. True or false?
False.
No.
False.
No.
Very
false.
good, Prabhu.
False.
Very
Yeah.
good. So soul neither takes birth nor takes like
Not
a death. Yeah. So very, very nice. Yeah. And the size of the soul is like we already know. If you cut the tip
Yeah,
of
one
hair,
by tip of hair, 100,000 part of the tip of the hair
yeah,
strand.
correct, correct. Even if you reject the soul, still there is no cause for lamentation. Is it
True,
correct or
Prabhu.
no?
Reject the soul?
Prabhu, true.
Yeah. So if you think, okay, I am not the soul, I am the body, still there is no lamentation, correct? That is what like, okay, Krishna says to Arjuna.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
How many characteristics of soul are explained in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 2?
30.
30. Very good. So are you able to analyze the importance of this quiz? Because you will be able to grasp all the knowledge like what has been mentioned in the chapter. Buddhi Yoga
Yeah.
is in other terms can be referred as Nishkama Karma.
Prabhu, true.
Yeah,
Yes,
true.
very good, very good. Resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place if we have,
Sense enjoyment.
okay,
Prabhu, see both. C.
Uh,
C.
oh, both A, B. Sorry,
Both
both A
A,
and
both A.
B. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine, good. This sloka, what is that sloka? Vyavasaya
Very
Atmika
good.
Buddhir Ekeka Kurunandana Bagusahahi Anantasya Buddhayor Vyavasayiram. Okay. In the 2.40 and 41 sloka it will come. Which sloka in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 explains the art of work?
I don't know.
47. Which is Karmannevadikarase Ma Phaletu
Mafaleshu kadachana
Kadachana
yo
Ma
karma
Karma
phala
Phala
hetu
Heturbur
hetu
Mate
bhurma
Sangotvakarmani. Okay.
sorry
That's what.
karmanye vadikaraste mafaleshu kadachana
Ma Karma Phala Heturbur.
hetu bhurmate sangotsava karmani, correct?
Yeah. Mate Sangotvakarmani.
Mate sangotva karmani. Okay.
Very good, very good. Manvi, yeah. Yeah. Important elements of art of work. That's what like the same sloka.
Mm.
You have to
Okay.
You
do your
should
duty.
not.
You are not entitled to the fruits of
You are
results.
not
You should
entitled to
never
the fruits
be
or results. You should
no, no,
never
no,
be
no.
too attached to
You,
the result, and you
you
should
should
not
never.
consider that you are the cause of the result. All the four. Okay. That is what this 2.47 explains.
You're not entitled for the fruit of the result. It's like you don't expect something from that. You just do because it is your
Exactly.
duty to do,
You should
right?
not
Yeah.
see. You are doing like a great. You are preparing a great dish. Okay, someone is
Mm.
appreciating you. Then
Mm.
you should not think that okay, I am the one like who prepared this one. You should not
Mm.
be entitled to the fruits of the work and cause of the result also. You should not attach to that.
Okay,
Because
okay,
if you are
okay.
attached,
Mm.
then you are getting karma. You will get like the birth and death in this material world again and again. It will
Mm.
bind
Mm.
us. One of the important characteristics of a person who is fixed in intelligence is control of the senses.
True,
Correct or not?
true, true.
This is
True.
what he says in the 2 point Siddha Prajna. Like Krishna, Arjuna is asking Krishna, how does he sit? How does he walk? How does he carry himself? Correct? So
Mm.
good. Everyone like hey, got a very good score. So like this, all the 18 chapters, the quiz been already like okay there. So I will start releasing one by one. Please take out time, attempt one time, two time, three times, so that that chapter will register in our mind forever. One is like a via the slide we can register. The other one is like a playing these kind of quizzes. Definitely like hey, we will be able to remember it. Okay, that I just want to give the glimpse of it. So
Mm.
this week I am not going to go for the revision of all the chapter. So let's go directly into sixth chapter 6.17, which we have covered last week, but still we will try to cover 6.17. युक्तहारविहारस्य युक्तचेतस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नबोधस्य योहो भवति दुःखः. One who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, recreation, and work can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Okay, so how is it possible for one to regulate all these things? Is it possible? Is it possible in our life? Is it possible or not?
Difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah, it is difficult, but it is not impossible.
Possible, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Possible by
it is.
practice, Prabhu.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it is not impossible. It is possible, but it is a little difficult. Okay, you have to put a lot of effort in terms of doing all these things. So We have to regulate in the habits of eating. First, we have to regulate, like, okay, we should not eat too less. We should not eat too much also. Then sleeping. How much time we have to sleep? Like, okay, 5 to 6 hours of the sleep in the night. Then recreation. The recreation would be like a only to beget the children who can develop or uh, who can like okay who can follow in the devotional path. Okay, those childrens only we need to give the life. See, if you are unable to provide the Krishna consciousness or like the spiritual things to our children, then we are not doing the duty of a parent. Very, very important. For that also, like we will accumulate karma. Then and work also, like we have to do the work in a very regulated manner, can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system. Yoga is nothing but connecting oneself to the Supreme, correct? That is what the yoga means, correct? That we have to practice it. Let's go to the next sloka. Yada viniyatam chittam atmani eva vasishyate nispraha sarvakamebhyo yukta iti uchyate tada. When the yogi, by practice of yoga, disciplines his mental activities and becomes situated in transcendence, okay, devoid of all material desires, he is said to be well established in the yoga. So, if we say, okay, I am practicing yoga, but my mind is like, okay, contaminated, and in my mind, I am thinking, oh, what I will prepare for today afternoon lunch, what I will do, like, where I can go and purchase things in the evening, like shopping. Then we are not situated in transcendence. Our mind, our senses, our intelligence, everything has to be focused in union with the transcendence, which is nothing but like the Supreme Lord. It has to be the devoid of all material desires. We should not have any material desire. That is what the whole Astanga Yoga teaches, correct? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dana, Dharana, Samadhi state, okay? He's said to be, then only like he has to completely like, devoid of the material desires. Then he is said to be well established in the yoga. If he has any material desires or like his mental activities are connected connected with like okay the material things, then he will not be able to focus in the yoga. So there is a very, very nice sloka is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. This has to be our life goal of this sloka. Okay, there's been huh? This has to be like our goal of life. How we can engage all our body parts, all our senses in Krishna consciousness. Okay, which has been perfected by Ambrisha Maharaj. Hope you all know who is Ambarish Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, who's Prabhu? Yeah. So Ambarish Maharaj is one of the great
So Sukha
Vaishnavis.
Maharshi has explains to Ambrish Maharaj Bhagavatam, right?
No, that is you are talking about Parikshit Maharaj.
Parikshit Maharaj.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, my bad. Yeah,
Ambarish
Parikshit
Maharaj
Maharaj.
is like one of the great devotee. Okay, who Ambarish Maharaj Durvasa Muni. Okay, he was having a actually like I will cover that particular part. Okay, that is very, very important. So when we have the Ekadashi break, correct? Ekadashi fast, and while you are breaking, like you have to break it on time. The Parayana time will come, correct? So the similar manner, Ambarish Maharaj is a great devotee. Like though he was Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi means saintly king, correct? He's Raja and the same time like he's Rishi also, because he was following all the rules and regulation. Then he asked the common man, his kingdom also to follow. So that Amrish Maharaj is the greatest devotee of the Lord. So he was fasting for Ekadashi. At the time of like a fast breaking, Durvasa Muni comes. Durvasa Muni is a Muni who appeared in like many parts of many Leela, who perfectly does the things like a, but he becomes angry like a many at times. He gets like angry very quickly, and that is part of the Krishna's Leela, correct? So that is what the thing. So Amrish Maharaj like about to break the fast, but at the time Durvasa Muni comes. So when someone comes in our home or like a kingdom, they have to be greeted and like they have to be fed first. Then we have to take like that is what the Atito Baba, correct? Like our hospitality, huh? Yeah, Atito Baba. Okay, so then he was waiting. Durvasa Muni told, okay, I will go and take a bath from the river. Like then we'll come. We can have the fast breaking. So he went along with his disciples. So at the time, Amrish Maharaj is waiting. But Durvasa Muni didn't come. Like, okay, the fast breaking Parayana time, like, it has to happen within very, very short span of time. But because if you are not breaking it on the time during Parayana, then you will not get the full benefit of like following that Ekadashi. So Amrisha Maharaj is waiting. Durvasa Muni didn't come. So all his disciples are saying, uh, Maharaj, like you didn't have the water also because you were doing Nirjal Ekadashi. Okay. So it is better. It is better if you fast with water. Second, let me connect my. Hare Krishna, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, clear. Clear, no? Okay, fine. Because I connected the headset. So he's all the disciples are saying to Ambrish Maharaj, like you can break the fast with water because water is considered as breaking the fast or like a not breaking the fast also. So please break the fast. Then once Durvasa Muni comes, like once you fed him with the prasadam, then you can have the prasadam. So Amrish Maharaj, like just drink a sip of water, and that is considered as breaking fast also, not breaking fast also. Okay, then he was waiting for Durvasa Muni. So once Durvasa Muni comes, like okay, someone saying, okay, he didn't wait for you, he already drank the water and broke the fast. Then Durvasa Muni got very, very angry. How can you do that? Like, okay, I was waiting. I told you, no, I will come and we can break the fast. And immediately, like, okay, he is becoming very angry and he just out of his anger, like, one demon comes and that demon, like, about to kill. Hmm? The demon about to kill Amrish Maharaj. Immediately, okay, Ambrish Maharaj been protected by Lord Krishna. Vishnu knows about this particular thing. Immediately, the Sudarshan Chakra, okay, see here, the Sudarshan Chakra comes to protect. The Sudarshan Chakra comes like to protect this one. Yeah. He was about to kill with the demon, like immediately Sudarshan Chakra comes like to kill Durvasa Muni. Then Durvasa Muni flying like from every part of the world. First, he is going to like a Shiva. Shiva says, no, 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 it is a Vishnu Sastra. I will not be able to protect. Then you have to go and like, okay, first he is going to Brahma. Brahma says like, I can't do it. You go to Shiva. Like, then he goes to Shiva, Durvasa Muni. Then Shiva also say like, okay, no, I am unable to save. Go to Vishnu. Then Vishnu goes. Vishnu says, no, I myself like I cannot protect you because my astra like I will protect my devotees. So you need to go and seek the forgiveness like from Ambrisha Maharaj, who saying Vishnu himself saying like to protect from the Sudarshan Chakra, go and request the forgiveness like from Ambrisha Maharaj. Then immediately like Durvasa Muni goes to Ambrisha Maharaj and bowing down to his feet. Okay, this is how like a Durvasa Muni bowing down to his feet. Like then Ambarish Maharaj immediately saying like, okay, you will be protected and sorry for my doing also. Likewise, like the consolation happens. So that time, Lord says two important slokas. Um, sa no, Sadavo Hridayam Mahyam. Sadavo Hridayam Mahyam. Okay, this is a sloka. If you see, Sadhavo Hridayam Mahyam, Sadhunam Hridayam Toham, Madanya Tena Jananti, Naham Tebyo Manahabi. The pure devotee is always within the core of my heart, and I am always in the pure devotee of my heart of the pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything else but me, and I do not know anything else but them. So, since there was somebody wanted to chastise Amrish Maharaj, it is to be understood that he wanted to give pain to the hearts of the Supreme Lord. But Lord says, like a sadhavo hridayam, I am the pure devotee is always within the core of my heart. One more sloka also will come. So that is how the Ambrish Maharaj Charitram and Durvasa Muni Charitram comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam, correct? So that Ambrish Maharaj says, okay, in the same chapter 9.4, if you see here, like this is 9.4, correct? The same chapter, Ambrish Maharaj says, like this is what I wanted to do my devotional service. Okay, this is a very big sloka, but very, very important sloka. Okay. Savai mana Krishna padaravindayor vachamsi vaikunda gunanuvardhane karo harer mandira marjanadishu shrutim chakrachyuta satkadodaya mugunda lingalaya darshane drasho tadbritya gatrasparsa anga sangamam grahanam cha तत्पाद सरोज सौरभे श्रीमत् तुलस्य रसनाम तदर्पिते पादो हरे क्षेत्र पादानुपर्शने शिरो ऋषिकेश पाद अभिवंदने कामं सदास्य नातु काम काम्याय यथा उत्तम श्लोक janashraya ratihi means the attraction. Okay, King Ambrisha first of all engaged his mind. He engaged his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. Then one after another, okay, he engaged his words. Our words are like here to describe the transcendental qualities of the Lord. We can speak only to glorify the Lord and his devotees. Okay, the words. Then mind engaged in the lotus feet. Okay, then hands in mopping the temple of the Lord. Hands he is using not to operate the mobile and not to for any other service, but to mop the temple of the Lord. His ears in hearing the activities of the Lord. His eyes in seeing the transcendental forms of the Lord. His body in touching the bodies of the devotees. His sense of smell in smelling the sense of the lotus flowers offered to the Lord. His tongue in tasting the tulsi leaf offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. His legs in going to the places of pilgrimage and the temple of the Lord. His head in offering obeisances unto the Lord, and his desires in executing the mission of the Lord. All these transcendental activities are quite befitting a pure devotee. So we all want to have, want to be a pure devotee, correct? If you want to be a pure devotee, then we have to engage all our senses like Ambrish Maharaj engaged. Though he was a Raja Rishi, he was ruling the kingdom, he was having all the opulences, but his desire is in service to the Supreme Lord. Like this, like there are many, 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 many Raja Rishis and like many kings are there who exhibited their whole life like hey to do the devotional service to the Lord. Not once, not when they are free, every time, continuously, nirantara, all the time, satatam, all the time, like they were doing this particular thing. So this has to be our goal of our life. Like, okay, very, very important sloka, very interesting sloka. So please keep remembering that. Savai mana Krishna padara vindayor. Okay, that is how we have to engage all our senses, mind, everything like it to the Supreme Lord. Then any question or any feedback like till now?
This is the other sloka just before this you mentioned, right? So that is similar to that Yomam Pasyati Sarvatra, right?
Yeah,
It's
correct.
like
Yeah, Maji, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra is Lord is saying like a Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvatra Nam Pashyati,
Sarvatra
Tasyagam
Mai Pasyati Tasyaham
na Pranashyami, na Pranashyami, Sachamena Pranashyati.
Mina
Okay.
Pranashyati.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. That is a sloka which comes in Bhagavad Gita, who says like a one who sees me in everything and one who's I am seeing
Wha-
like everything in that particular thing. So for them, I am never lost. I am always aware.
I will never forget them and they will never
Yeah,
forget
correct,
me.
correct. Yeah. But this is like a specific, yeah, this is also like a similar thing only, but it is
Yeah.
like a little more. The pure devotee is always within the core of my heart, and I am
Mm.
always in the heart of the pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything else but me. Okay. They always
Okay.
be in the
Mm.
form of like a Lord only, and I do not know anything else but from them. Like that is what uh, he says like over here.
Mm.
But a very nice correlation, Mataji. Yeah, that is correct. Like that is correct. Yeah. Yeah, next loka. Yatha deepo nivatastato sto negate sopama smrita yogino yata chittasya yunchado yogamatmanaha. Atmanaha means it is transcendence, correct? Or soul. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, okay? So the transcendentalist, whose mind is controlled, remains steady, always steady in his meditation on the transcendent the self. So this is a nice analogy. Okay, now the Zoom will disconnect. Please like rejoin once it is disconnecting. So as a lamp in a windless place, okay, a lamp to waver you need wind, correct? But in the windless place, like the lamp does not waver. Similarly, the transcendentalist, though in this material world, which is full of dukale mashashvatam, full of miseries, correct? In this particular place, though they are there, if they are controlling their mind, then they can always remain steady in the meditation of the transcendental self itself. They can control their mind, intelligence, and sense, and they can practice the yoga, which is connecting to the supreme, not for like any other purpose. Okay, I am doing the yoga for my sense pleasure or like my happiness or peace. No, it is to please the Lord, to connect with the Lord. For that, we have to perform the yoga. Okay, that is what been said here with this analogy. Hare Krishna. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendent self itself. Okay. Next sloka. Is 20 to 23 sloka. So, yeah. So the close. Yatro paramate chittam nirudam yoga sevaya yatra chaivatmanatmanam pashyannatmani tushyati. Tushyati we have seen one another place. Okay, let's see. Shukam atyantikam yattat buddhigrahyam atindriyam vetti yatra na chaivayam स्थितश्चलति तत्त्वतः यं लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचल्यते तं विद्यात् सुखसंयोगः Viyogam yoga samshidam. So, I have seen chittam means like a chit, our activities. Okay. Sukham, happiness, Atyantikam, supreme. In the stage of perfection called trance or samadhi, one's mind is completely restrained from material mental activities by practice of yoga. So the samadhi is like at the last stage of Ashtanga yoga, correct? Yama, Niyama, Asana, like that we have seen. This perfection is characteristic by one's ability to see the self by the pure mind and to relish and rejoice in the self, because they are able to connect. They shut all the things like connectivity to the external world. They connect, go within, go inside. Okay, that is how they get connected within, and they will be able to enjoy the bliss and happiness. In that joyous state, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness, because that transcendental happiness like a no external thing will give. Okay, realized through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from the truth, because they always connected with ahimsa, like, and they always connected to the satyam. And upon gaining this, he thinks there is no greater gain. That is the reason many great yogis, okay, when they go into trance state in Kailasha or like, okay, wherever you see Vrindavan or like a Mayapur, a lot of great yogis will be happy. Okay, they don't need any external things to be happy. They always happy within themselves. A lot of false bogi yogi also there, but what we have to understand is the real yogi, who always find happiness within himself. They don't need any external happiness, correct? Uh, and upon gaining, there is no greater gain. Being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greater difficulty. However, difficult situation, they are not shaked, because they are able to see like, okay, the soul, I am not the body, I am the soul. I am going to be here for very, very temporary situation. Okay, temporary time only, like a very limited time. So why I need to feel sad? But we should never do that particular thing. This indeed is actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. Okay, we know the material defects are like a birth, death, old age, and disease. Correct? All those things will happen. No one can control. However powerful you are, however rich you are. Okay, when the Dhirubhai Ambani, like, okay, he couldn't able to save his life. Correct? Like the richest man, Steve Jobs. Okay, he couldn't able to save his life, because the one who takes birth has to die. There is no escape from that. Okay. Then it is miseries, like all the miseries, there would not be any possibility from escaping. But the only one way we can escape is to connect within the Supreme, to connect like a inside within us and be happy in all the occasion. Happy means we are connecting to the Supreme. That is what happiness. It is not about, okay, I have a very good, if I buy a very good car, then I can be happy. No, that is material happiness. The spiritual happiness is like a connecting to the soul, connecting to the Lord. That is what the spiritual happiness. Okay. Any feedback or doubt in this sloka? Questions? Hope you are all able to follow this, because we are going like a little philosophical thing. So please feel free if you have any questions or like share your feedback, so that it would be benefit others also. Hmm. Okay. So next sloka 6.24. सनिश्चयेन युक्तव्यो योगनिर्विण्ण चेतस सङ्कल्पप्रभवान् कामांस् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् अचेतसः मनसैवेन्द्रियग्रामं vinimyamya samantataha. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with determination and faith and not be deviated from the path. Okay, that our focus has to be like a one-pointed attention, which is coming in the 2.40 sloka, like a Vivasaya Atmika Buddhihir Ekeka Kurunandana. Ekeka Kurunandana. Only one way of like attaining to the Lord. One way means like our focus has to be to attain the Lord and to make him happy. We should not deviate from the path. One should abandon without exception, okay, all material desires born of mental speculation and thus control all the senses on all sides by the mind. So why we have to control our mind, senses, and intelligence? Because all these places are what it will sit.
Lust, Prabhu, lust.
Lust, very good. Okay, lust is a sitting place of all these things, correct? So we have to get away from the lust because lust, greed, and anger are three gateways to Swargaloga or hell.
Hell.
Hell, okay. So we don't want to go to hell. So we want to go to the Swargaloga, like we want to liberate or we want to do devotion service forever. For that particular purpose, we have to control our or properly engage our mind, senses, intelligence, so that we should get away from all the material desires and have the spiritual desire. Okay. So let's go to the next sloka. Okay, I think 6.24 we will stop. Let's cover the slides. Please revise everything because all these things come again. This is what indecision, correct? Like this 5 reasons Arjuna not to fight. Okay, please go through the slide and attempt to the Kahoot quiz, which I will share chapter after chapter. Okay, so it will be giving a lot of benefit for you to like a good revision of the chapter. Okay, Hare Krishna. So let's go. We covered till 16, correct? Last week. So this was the whole Ashtanga Yoga concept. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay. So all these things we already covered. The obstacles, yeah, this one we have seen, correct? One, Yuktahara Viharasya, Yukta Swapna Odasya, Yukta, so he has to regulate his eating, sleeping, work, and recreation. If it is an unregulated manner, it would be like a problem. If he regulate, then it would be like okay, he can connect to the Lord, Supreme Lord within his heart, correct? This we have seen, like what is the difference between Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga? A slight difference. In the 18th sloka, what it has been said, a yogi becomes perfect when his consciousness remains fixed perfectly in the self. So criteria of perfection yogi is all mental activities disciplined, okay, then situated in transcendence and free of all material desire. He should not have any material desire, okay. Freedom from material desire is nothing but yogi like a he should control his sex desire and he should like okay the Ambrish Maharaj, which we have seen, correct? All the senses are engaged. Next page, which is Savai Mana Krishna Padaravindi, very very important sloka. Then Archana means like activities in the devotional service. Then perfection, when we are controlling our senses in the material activities and engaging the things like in the spiritual activities, we always will attain the perfection. Okay. So this is what he said. This is a very nice slide. Okay. His head is like to bow down that deity. His mind is thinking about Krishna. Words in describing like okay the glories of the Lord, and hands in cleansing the temple. Ears in like a hearing about the Lord. Eyes like to take the darshan of the Lord. Touches like to touch the devotees, and smell in fragrance like okay. The tulsi offer to the Lord. Then eating prasadam also like a tongue prasadam and eating the tulsi offer to the Lord. Then visiting temple like his legs he used to visit the temple and head is like a bowing down. Then his desire is to serve Krishna, the Lord, 24 hours a day. Okay, in that manner, we will be able to attain the perfection. This is how like Amrish Maharaj practiced in his life. Then in the Dhyana Yoga, like a analogy of perfection yogi is just like the lamp in windless place, like it does not waver. The steady mind in Samadhi, like okay, who is able to connect to the Lord, will attain the perfection, will connect to the Supreme within us. Okay, because mind is compared to material desires. So when you see something, the mind will register that particular thing in our mind, in our soul, in our like okay, the mind, intelligence, yeah, all the places like it would be registered. So we have to slowly remove all the material desires, and we have to develop the spiritual desires. Okay. The steady mind in samadhi state, like it will does not waver at all. Okay. Then realizations and the visions and the actions of a yogi is his realization would be like he find happiness. He has to be fixed in the supreme, and his highest gain is like a one thinks no greater gain than like achieving the devotional service and liberation from this material world. And he is unshaken, like even in a very turbulent situation, and he is able to execute the freedom from all the material desires. Okay, his vision always like to see the super soul within his heart, like to connect with him, and he never loses sight like to the Supreme Lord. He always perform the devotional service. Okay, by doing that, like what action he has to perform? Realizes Krishna as the Supreme Lord. He is the source of all sources, and he sees equality of all the beings, like Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra, Sarvam Chamai Pashyati. So he sees everyone as a representation of Krishna, because in every living entity, Krishna presented in which way?
Kshirodakshaya Vishnu.
Very good. Hari Hari Bol. Okay. Sirotakashai Vishnu. Okay. That has to be our motive or our realization to see every living entity. The realization of a yogi in perfection, he thinks there is no greater joy than like his focus to the Supreme Lord. And even in a very great difficult situation also, he never forgot to remember the Lord. Okay. Then he thereby relishes boundless transcendental happiness because that is the Satchitananda, like that is the real thing. Whatever material happiness which we are getting, it can have, it is Dukale Mashashvatam. It is having like they call us Chapala Sugam. Okay, that has a start and the end for our happiness. But the devotional happiness doesn't have any start and end. It is continuous. That is the reason it is called Satchit Anand. That is bliss. That bliss we can never define. We can only experience it. Okay. Thus he escapes all miseries arising from the material contact. So again, like okay, the whole eight Ashtanga Yoga been explained. So primary characteristic of the yogi, like okay, he will be gradually detached from the material things, and he can go into the samadhi state. What is the actual samadhi? Actual samadhi means like okay, he has to connect to the supreme by controlling his or engaging his mind, intelligence, and senses, not identifying the self with the super self. Okay, not identifying the self with the super self, which means okay, he should not think okay, I am bigger than the super self. He has to identify himself as the subordinate to the super self. Okay, two kinds of samadhi in Ashtanga Yoga. One is samprajna samadhi. Another one is like a asamprajna. So samprajna means like to become situated in the transcendental position by various philosophical researches. That's what it will come as a jnana yoga, correct? The other one is like there is no longer any connection with the mundane pleasure, transcendental to all sorts of happiness derived from the senses. Okay, he want to practice it, and he will experience it like okay, without wasting much of a time. No research and all. Practice it like slowly you will get elevated. The symptoms of a yogi in transcendental position is once situated in that position, like the yogi is never shaken, even in the midst of like a very great difficulty. Obstacles while he performing all these things, like obviously it is not easy to perform. You will have a lot of obstacles, like yogis may get attracted, like sometime karma yoga or like sometime jnana yoga, they will get deviated. Okay. Um, even sometime like they may get attracted to the siddhis. Like, okay, there are various siddhis are there. How to control others, correct? Like with this siddhi, that yogi will get attracted and like he will not understand the real purpose of yoga. Then without researching samadhi, yoga is like okay, unsuccessful. They may not attain the samadhi state. Before that itself, they will think, okay, I am practicing the yoga. Let me continue to do in this manner. Let me not trying to improvise or go to the samadhi state. Okay, then that would be obstacle. Then today's so-called yoga practice, which involves various sense pleasures, is contradictory. As I mentioned, okay, I am doing the yoga for peace, or like I'm doing the yoga like for to keep my health upfit and running. No, that is not the purpose of yoga. Purpose of yoga is linking oneself to the supreme. That is what is very, very important. The same thing, like this again, it has been explained the whole thing of like okay, the Yoga Sutra. Then methods to attain yoga rule the stages, like okay, all these things been explained. Determination without deviation, faith has to be there, control the senses, gives up all the material desires. Okay, intelligence sustained by full conviction. Then mind has to be fixed in the self. Okay, then by doing all these things step by step, like we can achieve the yoga. But we cannot achieve all these things without the blessing of the Lord and his devotees. Okay, the 24 methods to attain yoga ruta stages, we have to show the determination, and we have to practice the bhakti. Like okay, bhakti means gradually, like okay, we have to understand slowly Lord is having everything and let me surrender to him. So the determination, like for the determination, there is one another the pastime is there. I don't know whether you're all aware of it or not. Anyone know about this sloka? Sparrow and Garuda, how Garuda helps the sparrow. So there was a sparrow, like okay, he was about to lay the egg. Okay, that egg was like okay laid, and the ocean, the shores, like okay, it was laid in the shore, and immediately like the ocean taken that egg, okay, with the waves. Huh? So immediately, like a sparrow was determined. No, no, he was fighting with that ocean. No, please give me the egg. Otherwise, like I will try to come and search in the ocean. Then the ocean was laughing. How is it possible for a little sparrow to come and search the egg? Okay. The ocean told that, okay, okay, you try, no issues. Then immediately, like a sparrow, what it does is like it goes inside and try to take a drop of the water and comes to the shore and like put that water. Likewise, the sparrow was very, very determined, though it was very, very impossible for that sparrow to completely like okay remove the water from the ocean, but it was doing it like for quite some time. By seeing that a sparrow's determination, Garuda comes to help the sparrow. Garuda asking the ocean, can you please give that egg back to sparrow? Garuda, ocean saying, no, 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 it is not possible. Then Garuda um, uh, evaporates like okay, drinks all the water like from that ocean, then give that egg to the sparrow and like helping that sparrow to get the egg back. Okay, this shows the determination. The sparrow didn't let it go. Like, okay, is it not possible for me to not to get the egg from that sparrow? So let me leave it. No, it didn't do. It keep on fighting with the ocean, and the determination helped the Lord to send his devotee Garuda to get the egg back to the sparrow. So this is how we have to be determined. Okay, that's what Vyavasayatmika buddhihi rekheka kurunandana bagusaha hi anantasya buddhayora vyavasayanam. So we have to be fixed in the devotion service. By with the determination, Lord will help us even to move the toughest thing to the very, very easiest manner. Like, okay, that is what the mercy and blessings from the Lord will make it happen. Anything and everything, if we determined to do the devotional service. Like this, there are so many pastimes are there. We will cover one by one, like in the upcoming classes. With this, we will try to end today's class. Thanks all for joining. Any questions, feedback, please feel free. I will, yeah, please, Manji. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Sorry. Could you please repeat that shloka you just mentioned?
Yeah, it is.
It was
Yeah. This is the sloka, which is very, very powerful sloka. Yeah, it's called Vivasayatmika Buddhi. It is 2.41. Vivasayatmika Buddhi Ekeha Kurunandana Pagusaha Hi Anantasya Buddhayo Avyavasayinam. Those who are on this path, which is like a Krishna consciousness or devotion service path, are resolute in purpose. Resolute means like they are determined in purpose, okay? And their aim is one. They are having one aim, which is to satisfy the Lord and to go back to the spiritual world. O beloved child of the Kurus, who is the beloved child of Kurus? Arjuna. Okay.
Arjuna.
Yeah, the intelligence of those who are irresolute in is many branch. How you see, like, okay, if you are irresolute, if you are not determined, you will have like, okay, many branches. As the branches are like a flowing various way. Okay, you want family also. You want uh, 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 the fame also. You want material happiness also, material opulence also. Then you want like, okay, I want devotion service also. That may not go well. Okay, we have to have our aim as one to achieve the Krishna Prema. That is the topmost bhava of the Lord. Okay. So Krishna Prema, and how I will get the Krishna Prema? By doing the devotion service. Because many acharyas, they have experienced, they have done a lot of research, they have read a lot of scriptures. Okay. Then they say it is Savai Pumsam Parodharmo Yato Bhakti Radokshaje Akai Tuki Apratigata Yayatma Suprasidati. This is also very nice sloka. So comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. So whatever you want, like, okay, whatever you do, but you will never get experience. You will never get the real taste of that bliss if you are not doing the bhakti. If you are doing bhakti, then only you will get the highest of the happiness, Krishna Prema. That is what say here. We have to be focused in our devotion service. If we are not focused, if we are not determined, then we will be like a multi-branched. We will not have like any narrow straight path to reach Goloka. Are you able to understand, Maji?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a very important sloka, 2.41. So any other feedback, queries, please feel free. And I will share all the Kahoot links like till at least chapter 5. Please take out time to go through. It is a very entertaining mode of like a learning. So let us use it like, okay, Kahoot, a lot of effort being put forth like to prepare this Kahoot quizzes. Okay, I was also been part of that seva. So please, like take out time to learn, to go through the good. It would be a good revision for all of us. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare
If
Krishna.
if no further queries, we are good to close the class. And thanks all for joining. Have a wonderful weekend and week ahead. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.